Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Seafarer, the ship sim that comes out on October 7th. Today, we are on board the Density, which is a big vessel for police operations, hence the lights on the front of it there. And we're going to be doing some of these different operations within the faction of patrolling and inspecting and things like that. So we're going to open the door here, and we're going to get started. We need to find the wanted ship. Yes, you have to look for ships that are wanted. You can see it right there on the map. We're going to take steering here and make sure we are undocked, which we are. And we'll put this thing in reverse and kind of back away. We're having to deal with 13 meters per second of wind here, so it's trying to throw us into the dock, which we don't want. There we go. And now we're going to kind of flip it around this way. We kind of used this a little bit last time in the first video there towards the end when we were going through the storm to try that out. Let's turn this thing all the way to the right. There we go. Now give her some power. Watch the stern of the ship here. And we'll go into the inside view here, and we'll make our way out towards where we need to go. I do want to show you what you can do with the crew. So we do have a crew on here. Now in my career mode, I do have a crew. I did hire, but I want to show you how easy it is to give them something to do. And one of those things is we don't have an autopilot in this boat, but we do have crew members that can operate the vessel for you. So first things first, let's get our, we need lots of lights on here. We need our signal lights for sure. We have a searchlight on this, and we have our blue lights, which you get the siren in the beginning and then it goes away like that. But you have the blue lights on at the top. There they are. So we're supposed to sail out there towards the red spot there. And I'm gonna show you something really cool you can do once we get this thing lined up where it needs to go. And with the roadmap that's coming out, we're gonna get a lot more vessels, which is really, really cool. All right, so let me show you something here really neat. So let's open up our map, and we need to sail out here, right? So it's not very far actually, but I can make a couple waypoints. So I can hit enter, and I can go like here to here, like that, and then stop the planning. Now I go to the radial menu, crew, and then assign task. When I do that, now you can see our crew member is actually going to sail over to that spot for us, which is cool. It's something really nice when you're on long journeys of moving cargo and stuff. You can just walk about the ship and enjoy everything. To stop them, you just go to crew, and then you go to end task. Ahoy! And then you can take over the steering again. So we're gonna head over this way. We're supposed to be looking for a wanted ship, which is probably one of these three, I would imagine. Something I would like to see is the ability to remove these floating circles and like the stuff back at the dock. I mean, you can even see them from this distance. They're a little obnoxious. Let's go half power here. We need to start inspecting ships with binoculars, so let's look here.
This ship doesn't look suspicious.
All right, that one's fine. What about this one?
We should take a closer look at that ship.
Okay, we want to look at that one. This one out there looks like it's going to be fine. Let's see, look at closer. Yeah, that one's fine too. Okay, cool. Let's go over this way. And what we'll have to do is we're going to have to make contact with the captain on board this vessel, so we can make our way on to this ship and check them out. So it says right there, establish radio contact. We'll do that.
Of course you can board my ship. I've nothing to hide.
He has nothing to hide. All right, cool. We're just gonna bring this thing on up here. No problem. It's gonna take a little bit to moor next to him, but that's okay. And one thing that doesn't happen here that I would like to see is the mooring lines. The mooring and the whole docking system could use a little bit of work for sure, in my opinion. I'm gonna back straight up here, and then I'm gonna go forward to get in that spot. It's gonna be a lot easier than sitting here maneuvering on some rough seas here. I mean, it's not super rough, these seas, but I mean, rough enough, right? All right, now we can move it over into this spot here. Go a little bit more power this way. All right, ever so slightly move into this spot. We're going a little too fast. Just kill the power. More to the right. Reverse action there. There we go. Just kind of let it drift into its spot here. That's pretty decent. Love the blue lights going on here. All right, let's go ahead and throw that over like that. And then to go on board, same thing. Just swap onto the vessel.
Must not miss a single detail.
We wouldn't dream of missing a single detail. All right, we need to check IDs. We need to check licenses and the engine oil level. So in here, boating license, anything here worth anything? Yep, there it is.
Regulation complied.
All right, let's check the engine oil level, since that's something they want us to do as well. Only on this engine, apparently.
Regulation complied.
Regulation is complied. Good to see it. All right, let's go back up on top. All right, now we'll go into the captain's quarters and all that. That's in this spot right here. Here we go. We got it's the crew list and IDs, and then we have another set of those, and we probably have more somewhere else. There's another one somewhere. Might be still upstairs. We might have forgotten one upstairs, which is fine. We have to talk to the captain anyway. It looks like it is right here. Yep. There we go.
It doesn't meet the requirements.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble. Doesn't meet the requirements. Doesn't meet the requirements.
Whew. Lucky again.
I wouldn't say you were lucky again. You got in trouble.
You can leave the ship again.
Okay, we can leave now. All right, let's get on out of here. Boy, you guys got it real close, didn't you? You surely did.
Hello.
Hello. All right, let's go ahead and undock.
Good work, team.
Good work. I guess they're happy with what we've done here. Is that all we had to do?
A few freighters in the port need to be checked. That shouldn't take long.
Shouldn't take long. You got it. Oh, yeah, speaking of, look at that. Right next to us. We're in the little dinghy here, the little small inflatable police boat. And we are going to be inspecting ships. So this is the kind of the inspection side of things. We did the patrol last time, which was just to find a wanted ship, which apparently they can take off from you and you can get in pursuits. But I have yet to see that happen. So we're gonna probably go over to this one. Which one's the closest to us here? We got 0.3. Yeah, we're gonna go over to probably this one here to our right first. Let's go and bring up the power. There we go. I mean, this little dinghy is fast. We're doing, 25 knots on the water here. Look at this. Not too shabby. And it has blue lights on it as well. But we don't really need to do that because we're not heading out to stop somebody. We're just going to be boarding this one. We're just going to get close, and then we contact the captain. We'll slow it down a little bit here. There we go.
Sure. Come on up. Want a tour?
Want a tour? We know this one oh too well. All right, just a little bit of reverse power there. We're gonna move it right into this spot. See how sometimes it's tough whenever the winds pick up on you. That's pretty good right there. All right, cool. Let's go on board. It's kind of the same thing.
Regulations also apply to this ship.
So you're just kind of inspecting ships and making sure everything's good to go.
Correctly maintained.
All right, let's go check the engine oil here, and then we'll be all done here. But in the career mode, it's a good way to make money quickly. I have noticed, because you're making about the same amount of money to go inspect ships as you would to make a long run in cargo at an early level. So far. Check that oil.
Make a note on the checklist.
Make a note on the checklist. Is that good or bad? Well, we're going to go talk to the captain anyway. All right, Captain.
Have a good journey too.
Have a good journey too. All right.
All regulations were complied with.
They didn't do anything wrong. Perfect. Let's head back down to our boat. Undock and we'll go to the next one. Goodbye. Full power and slide it around. Yeah, we'll go to this one. Just 3 we have to inspect today. What's the next one we got on the list here? That little boat right there moving her about. Nice. So, with the roadmap, like I said before, we have more ships coming. This one we're going to now is not available in early access, but you can tell it's coming out soon because it's pretty much good to go on the interior and everything, and it's going to blow your mind just how detailed this ship is. It's massive. A massive oil tanker. And I cannot wait for this to be in the game because I want to do long hauls in this ship right here we're about to go to. Look how big that thing is. It's massive. It's crazy. Need to make contact with them. So let's go half power. We're slowing it up a little bit. The Willie. All right, let's contact the captain.
Can I help you? Are you looking for something specific?
Not specific, but we're doing a routine check on you, bud. Yeah, look at how huge that ship is. Like, it doesn't seem like it in the third person, but in first person, look at how massive it is. All right, let's start killing our power a little bit here. Need a little bit of power to make the turn. That's about it. There we go. Slow it up. There's a little bit of reverse just to kill that speed. We're doing pretty decent. It's almost like I've done this before, you know? All right, cool. We're good there. Let's hop on board and check this out.
Regulations also apply to this ship.
It is huge. So we're going to do the safety regulations down below before we go all the way up there because we're going to have to talk to the captain anyway. So that's what we're going to do. But look at this. You walk over these pipes here. Look at how huge this thing is. Oh, I want to operate it so bad. I really do. But you'll see just how detailed this thing is. It's wild. Absolutely wild. We have two of these port. We're going to go in this one. It's lit. Not scary looking. All right. You can get lost very easily in this. But here's the engine room. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? And with the maintenance you have to do on these, like, look at this. You have more spots in here to check out. The ships are so detailed. Like this room in here. We're gonna come over here and check this, but this is one of the engines right here. Look how massive that thing is. We're gonna go in here and we'll check the oil level on it. How you doing? This one right here.
Correctly maintained.
Correctly maintained. Good to see it. How you doing? All right, wonderful. So that was good. But yeah, check this out. We're not done exploring this little spot here because you have more on the other side. You have a giant engine there. And then you can walk up and over here. You see people there. Then you have this little spot over there on the catwalk. Like, look at how detailed all of this is. And just to think the future of this game can be so in-depth, it's nuts. Like, look, check air filter. It's so huge. But all of it's here, and you'll see when we get to the bridge that is the case too. To the fact that, you know, I don't think we're gonna have to wait too long for this one to be put into the game. We can make it around that way and go up. I think we can. We're gonna try. It's easy to get lost on this one. Don't mind me, buddy, just coming around here to go up the stairs. Back up here, and we need to make our way to the bridge, which is not there, but we're close. We have to go around the corner, I believe. It's this one here. Yep. This takes us up to the bridge. We just check the logbooks and licenses and then talk to the captain. It's pretty much that. But this thing is so detailed. Like, look at this bridge. Can you imagine us operating this? Like, all of the echo sounder, the radar, everything, the map, it's all here. It's ready to go. It's almost like we should be able to operate it already, but we cannot yet, sadly. And we have to go back in this room. Yep, check it out. This is such a detailed ship, man. It's crazy. All right, what are we checking here? Boating license. Okay, looks like it was good. Don't mind me just opening doors and leaving them open. Sorry, Captain. All right, let's check these logs back here. We have this one to check. And we have this one over here to check. That book. All right. Let's talk to the captain. It all looked like it was good. We didn't have any problems.
I checked everything before I left.
Glad to hear it. Good job.
This ship can continue on its way.
Oh, it's such a cool ship, man. All right, now we have to get out of here, which is a whole nother story. Going down to about here. Open. Nope, don't want to go in there. There's one spot you go. Get out of here. I mean, like I said, it's so easy to get lost. I think it's one more level down. This way. Not that one. That's to go down. I'm already lost. Here it is. Holy moly. I mean, we could just teleport to the ship, of course. Let's undock here and go to the last one. Last one on the ticket today. So, yeah, the inspections are a little mundane. And it's kind of anticlimactic sometimes because you don't have like a pursuit kickoff or something. But I have had it to where when you're doing an inspection on a boat that's out in the distance, and they don't have regulations, and then you have to escort them back to the port, which is cool. I'd like to see some interdiction with these boats. You know, since this is early access, keep in mind you can leave comments below because the devs will be checking these videos out and what we want to see from the game. That's the nice thing about early access. They're taking all of our feedback. There's some people all hanging out over there. Look at that. So that would be really cool. And they've got a cool Coast Guard Defender boat over there. That would be really neat to have as well. But I would like to see, you know, maybe some drug interdiction or something like that would be neat with this particular faction instead of just doing inspections. Because I'm not really sure what it's supposed to be. It's police / sometimes Coast Guard. So who knows? All right, we're gonna make contact on this one. Last one to inspect. All right. Captain.
Sure. Come on up.
And we were cooking speed. Holy moly. All right, he says we can come on over, so we'll do that. For a little bit more than that. Man, yeah, I'm so bad at third person. That's why I don't like to do it too much. I need to know where I'm going. Way better in first person with these. There we go, a little bit of speed being bled off. It'll be cool to throw ropes out and stuff, you know, for the mooring. The docking just needs a little bit of love, that's all. All right, we nailed it. Let's go on board. We know this ship oh too well. How are you doing today? Need to check this. We probably should have just went and checked the engine oil level. Yep, you knew they were going to have you do it anyway. Anything here? Looks like it's all up to date. Nothing troublesome yet. Okay. It's really cool when you're out on the open sea and you're coming down into the engine room and you're in heavy waves. This whole thing is rocking like crazy. So we'll definitely have to do that again. But I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that you can do in the game that isn't career mode. I'm gonna go talk to the captain. All right, Captain. You should be good to go.
Have a good journey too.
Have a good journey too. Every time.
You can leave the ship again.
Oh, wonderful. Can we? I think once we sit down, we're done.
All ships inspected. Thank you for your support.
You are very welcome. We did it. So that's a quick look at what you can do with the police faction. Next time, we'll be doing some firefighting, which will be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. I'm excited for this one. If you want to see more Seafarer, the ship sim, check out this video where we checked out the career mode for the first time.